Susan Bowman for the record. So at the last business meeting, our freedom of speech was cut off by you, Chairman Ahmet. And I just wanted to bring that truth out. It's just truth. It's not a derogatory thing. It's just something that happened. And our freedom of speech is being constantly chipped away and attacked and restricted by you. This is just fact. Every single week, there's a new little speech or something about how, you're the chairman and we're going to do it your way and all this stuff. But I'm going to bring in Samuel Adams here because I think he was a wonderful founding father. And he said, very few have fortitude enough to tell a tyrant that they are determined to be free. I am determined to be free, and I do have the fortitude, and I know there are very many with me on that. So one of the things that I want you to know is that even though it is very few that stand up at these meetings, our founding fathers still got it done, and that's why we have a free country right now, or it's kind of semi-free. We have folks like you that manipulate and maneuver. No, you're going to let me speak. No, stop. I said a word, and it's okay. It's okay. Just
Mrs.
calm
Bowman.
down. Okay, so I'm going to finish.
And
Mrs.
Bowman,
no,
that is your warning,
no.
and if you do so again, I will ask you to take your seat.
What did I do? What did I do?
To say manipulate following that?
Okay, did you not manipulate? Have you not done that? You have done that. I'm speaking truth. The truth does hurt. It also sets us free. Okay? So one of the things that I want to talk about as far as freedom of speech, again, it is not our Constitution that gives us freedom of speech. It guarantees it. What gives us freedom is God and God's law. Okay? God is what gives us freedom. It's not the Constitution. And so when you disrespect our freedom to speak, first of all, you disrespect all of the people that fought and died to protect that. That's the first thing you disrespect. The second thing you disrespect is God's law. And I can tell you right now, God's law is going to come snapping back to you like a gigantic rubber band, and it's not going to be fun for you. So you can pound your gavel and you can shut off public comment. You can do all of these things. But God's law is going to come back and snap you, okay? And I'm just warning you of that. It isn't something that we, the people, have to do. It's something that will be done. And you will reap what you sow. You will both reap what you sow.
Thank you, Mrs. Bowman. Mr. Dan Welly, and just a comment for you, Mrs. Bowman. In my 23 years in uniform, I didn't see either of you. I never saw you by my right or left.
I'm sorry, but what has to not happen in this...
No, you weren't, Mr. Rose.
What has to happen is the community giving us comments that we may not like to hear. And I will tell you, I sat through you letting a whole train wreck of people come and say actual things that weren't honest. And you use this statement of, legal told me that you have to accept that because you're elected. When someone uses a word that you don't like, you're interrupting their time and intentionally not giving them back their time on the clock. That's not appropriate. And then you literally in this meeting, and this will be the second meeting in a row where you have gone after a member of the public. So use what you used against me when I sat here and heard it all. You don't have a right to say that to her. You're an elected official. And so this is 2024, so change it. You don't like what she said. So maybe you schedule a meeting with her and ask her, how do you change that perception that she has of the work you're doing? Not that you attack her, because I'll tell you, not everybody served in the military, but there's a lot of people that serve our country in other ways. And so to go after people in this meeting because you have a gavel and a microphone is not appropriate for this setting. I don't care what the paper says. I don't care what rule you're going to say. What you just did wasn't fair to her as you interrupted her for using an adjective you didn't agree with. So act the way that you want people to act, and it works out on its own. But what you just did is not appropriate to Mrs. Bowman. And I don't need a comment from you about it.